Hey, what's going on, people? My name is Terrell Andretti, and I'm the Narc's Nemesis. If you're watching me on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. That helps YouTube's algorithm pick up this content and push it out to more people. Somebody liked it for you, so make sure you like it for somebody else. I want to welcome all the new channel members. Welcome to the family. If you've been here, welcome back. Um, yes, I appreciate y'all's support. Again, if y'all need one-on-ones, the link is in the description. And also, remember I told y'all, if y'all join my Patreon and y'all join a membership on my Patreon, which is in the description, that gives y'all a lifetime of half off of all one-on-one sessions. So y'all make sure y'all check that out. Again, if y'all join the Patreon, y'all get a lifetime of half off of each one-on-one session. But anyway, we're going to talk about today about the narcissist and identity theft. And I'm not talking identity theft like they stole your ID or they stole your social security card, they stole your your bank number, your bank information, whatever the case is. I'm talking about the essence of who you are. I'm talking about your soul. I'm talking about your spirit. I'm talking about your characteristics. Because a lot of y'all, they treat us like they hate us. And I always tell people hate is just misdirected admiration. Hate is when people can't process admiration for somebody correctly. That's my take on what hate is. Because if you notice, like all your haters, they know all your stats. They know what you've been through. They know what you've done. They know what you didn't do. They have a say-so in their mind of what you can and what you can't do. So it's really admiration. It's just misguided. And you got to understand, like, some of y'all, all of y'all, which is why you were chosen, you possess these great traits and these talents and these abilities. And even to a normal person, they are wanted and they are admired, because y'all have to think there's so many people in this world who are just walking around through life unfulfilled, unmotivated, no purpose. They just going to work every day and they coming home and blah, blah, blah. And there's nothing wrong with going to work, coming home, or whatever. But a lot of y'all have callings on y'all's life that y'all are called to do. A lot of y'all are preachers. A lot of y'all are painters. A lot of y'all are authors. A lot of y'all are musicians. A lot of y'all are future YouTubers as well. And y'all have something going for yourself. You might not know it, or you might know it. But the thing about talents and traits and characteristics is that's who you are. So you don't look at it as nothing too spectacular. You don't look at it as nothing too great, because it's naturally who you are. You're not trying to be this. This is who you are. If you're a musician, 9 times out of 10, you were born with music in your heart or in your blood. If you're an author, you've been writing since you were a child. If you're a painter, you've been painting since you were a child. Almost every boxer that I know been boxing since they were 7 or 8 years old. It's in you. So it's a natural thing for you. But to other people that are on the outside looking in, they're looking at you in admiration. They're looking at you like, man, this person can do this. Man, this person can do that. I wish I can sing. I wish I can paint. I wish I can do that. And instead of having admiration for you, it makes them feel inadequate that you can do these things and maybe they can't. And it's not even sometimes that they can't do it. It's just people want the product without the process, because they don't understand. You might make it look easy. When you naturally do some shit, you make it look easy. And like I said, on social media, we only see results. We only see the end product. They don't know what goes on behind closed doors to be you. to do what you do. If you're if you're an artist, I tell people I've been doing music since I was probably 10, 11 years old. Wasn't recording, but I was writing music. You know, I started recording music when I was 15. I'm 32 now. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of time in between that. So, you know, they see the show. They don't see the setup. They don't see the hours that you got to put in being what you are. And even if you're not, you know, a musician, a painter, or whatever the case is, you might be just a genuine good person with happy energy. But even then, you had to do some kind of work probably to be that person. Maybe you went to therapy. Maybe you work out, you know, to keep your mind and your body right. But you put in work to be this person. And a lot of people, they don't have that shit in them. A lot of people can't, you know, stay up all them hours, you know, to go do this and then go to work the next day like nothing happened. Man, I done had shows to where, you know, I had a show, I performed, of course I'll stay in network or whatever the case is, and I don't get out of that event till 2 o'clock in the morning, and I gotta go to work at 4. I've done this several times. Everybody is not built like that. It's not saying anything is wrong with you if you aren't, but when people see that's what it takes, they're like, man, I'm not doing that shit because it's not in me. And then instead of appreciating you for having the build and the character and the integrity to be able to do that, they look at you like something's wrong with you. They look at you like, oh well, fuck that. Why can't I be that person? Why can't it be easy for me? Thinking, you know, because they thought all this time it was easy. And narcissists are this way because the reason you attracted them in the first place is because you are somewhat of a decent individual, and that's at minimum. But a lot of times these people are attracted to you because you were working out. You can play the piano, you can paint, you have a good sense of humor, you have this and you have that. And they're attracted to these things because remember, they believe they deserve the best of the best. So they're attracted to these things. But what happens is, I told y'all, the narcissist is a empty vessel. Anything that's empty they have no life until it's filled with something. You know what I'm saying? So they're an empty vessel and they desire to be filled. The only thing is they have an insatiable appetite. They cannot be fulfilled. So what happens is the narcissist meets you and they're so intrigued by your character. They're so intrigued by your talents, your traits and achievements. That's why they mirror you also, because they admire your character. You know what I'm saying? Because what is it? Imitation is the highest form of flattery. And if I didn't say that right, y'all can put it in the comments. But that should let you know that you're not as bad of a person as they portrayed you to be. Because if you were that bad of a person, why would somebody create a whole character just to deal with you? Just to operate around you. Somebody had to create a whole character other than the person that they already are just to be around you. Because they already know that who they really are, you wouldn't accept them. Think about if you met that person they are now in the beginning. You'd be like, man, I'm not dealing with you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying that to say, like, when they first meet you, they're admiring your character. And, you know, they love bombing you, they're treating you like this, and they're doing shit that you do. They might, if y'all even notice, they might start wearing stuff that you wear. Because if y'all notice, I like wearing all black. That's just, you know, what I wear. Even if I'm dressed up in the suit and tie and the slacks and all that, I'm an all black kind of guy. And my ex-narcissist used to say, oh, well, I like wearing all black too. And before we started dealing with each other, I didn't see her wearing all black like that. But when we started dealing with each other, now she wants to wear all black. But what I'm saying is, you know, They'll start spending time around you. And they'll start realizing, because remember, they're always portraying a character in every situation. So they think everybody else is portraying a character in a situation. See, they're thinking, well, damn, that's an awesome character that they're using. I'm going to try to imitate that. But then the more time they spend around you, they start realizing, nah, this is who they really are, because I didn't see no mask slip. And the one thing that doesn't lie is consistency. If you are who you say you are constant. That's why I tell y'all, don't worry about no fucking smear campaign, because if you are who you say you are, the people who really know you, nah, that ain't them, because they don't even get down like that. And if they did get down like that, you had to do something to provoke them. If you are constant, the truth is constant. Lies are variables, they vary. Always remember that the truth is constant. It does not change. Like God, he is the truth. He does not change. The devil, he is a lie. He comes in different forms, variations. But back to what I was saying. They start spending all this time around you. Y'all going on these dates, y'all hanging out, y'all getting to know each other, y'all vibing or whatever the case is, and they start figuring out that you're not faking the funk. This is who you really are, because you are constant. And if you pay attention to their behavior, it varies. And they start thinking, well, damn, they're not playing. They're not playing a game. And then they start realizing, because like I said, I'm going back to this again, you're constant. It doesn't change. This is who you are. You're not trying to be anybody else. So it's not tiring to you, because this is how you normally operate. Now, if you were to operate on a lower plane or try to, operate above what you do, you're going to get tired, because you're operating out of your range. This is what happens to narcissists. They get tired, and it takes too much energy and fuel to portray that character. That's why that mask starts slipping. Because if you think about it, if you tell one lie, you got to tell another one. You got to tell another one. You got to tell. That shit is tiring. So they get tired of portraying this person that you fell in love with. And what happens when you get tired? What happens when a baby gets sleepy? They get aggravated. They start crying. They start being a little whiny. They're irritated. Narcissists do the same thing. They start acting out because they're tired. That's one of the reasons they act out. I don't think that's the only reason. They're tired of portraying this character, because it's exhausting. Because the character that you are naturally operates at a high fucking level. That's why they hold you on a pedestal in the beginning. You are operating on a high level, and you're just being your fucking self. So they're getting tired. And then they sit there and they realize, man, I can't keep this up. I can't be who they are. All that stuff that I love about them, it takes too much energy. It takes too much effort for me to naturally do that. I can't keep that up. So instead of giving you your props or learning from you and taking notes, see, some people get in their feelings about having to take notes from somebody. That's how you learn. People get in their feelings about, oh, I'm not learning nothing from you. I'm not learning nothing, because the pride comes in the way. But instead of learning from you, instead of taking notes, instead of reevaluating themselves, they look at you with disdain, because you're reflecting back to them, subconsciously, you're reflecting back to them a person that they can never truly live up to, or a person that they can never truly live up to being. And that bothers them, because subconsciously that reflects that person that they're covering up is less than who you are, which it is, because they operate on such a low fucking vibration. But they don't want to be reminded of that. See, the narcissist, one emotion that can shatter them into fucking pieces is shame. On top of that, shame and guilt. But shame will damn near turn a narcissist into fucking pixie dust. Make them feel ashamed. They would curl up in a fucking ball. Sometimes shame will send them into depression because they can't deal with it. So by you being as great as you are, you're reflecting back to them subconsciously that you can't keep up with me. And it's not because you're in a braggadocious state. It's you being who you are. That's why I say you got to remember who you are. You're a king, you're a queen. You got a mission, you got a purpose on this earth. You might be chosen, you might be highly favored, you might be anointed. You are a big fucking deal. And it's nothing wrong with being a big deal. You just gotta operate with humbleness. You know what I'm saying? But you reflect that back to them and they figure out, damn, I can't successfully steal their identity. Now I'm mad because you reflected failure back to them. That's when this devaluation shit starts. Because I'm going to tell you what a narcissist is. A narcissist is a spiritual assassin. What I mean is you and your spirit is on the enemy's hit list. And the narcissist is the hit man or the hit woman. And your name is up on their list. Their goal is to come and destroy your mind, your body, and your spirit. The essence of who you are. You ever played Mortal Kombat and you play with Shang Tsung, or you seen somebody play with Shang Tsung, the guy who takes souls? When he takes somebody's souls, what does he become? He becomes them, even looks like them. That's what a narcissist is. They're there to take your soul, to take your identity. Because if they take your identity, you won't know who you are. If you don't know who you are, you don't know what your purpose is. Your purpose was put in you by God. So them coming to take your identity is taking you away from God. It's taking you away from your purpose. It's taking you away from your life's mission. That's what they were sent to do. And when you remind them that they cannot take your soul because you belong to the Most High, and they cannot mimic in heaven, they cannot mimic in hell what's in heaven, that pisses them off. And all them little demons and shit that they got inside of them, they start taunting them. They start taunting them in their mind and breaking them down, because narcissists are already obsessive by nature. So when they think a thought, it doesn't just come and go. You know how you think of some shit you did 5-10 years ago and be like, man, that was fucking embarrassing. And then shit, you turn on the radio and you forget about that shit. When a narc thinks about that shit, it plays over and over and over and over and over again. Why do y'all think they can't fucking sleep? Because they got them narratives and they got them devils in their head replaying shit. So that's what a narcissist comes to do. Steal your identity, to steal your purpose, to steal your soul, to steal your greatness, to steal your anointing. All of this stuff was given and governed by God. So they are hitmen. They are spiritual assassins. And your name has came up on the list. And they are after you. And they want to break you. But I'm going to tell y'all seen all them hitman movies or whatever. When they put a hit out on somebody and the hit is failed, what happens? The person who put out the hit, now they got a hit out on that person who didn't complete the hit. So the enemy done sent them out on assignment and they failed. Now they got to go back to who put the hit out in the first place, and now they got to deal with the consequences. So now their soul is binded. Now their spirit is under attack. That's why they start lashing out and losing their fucking mind. Especially when you discard them and they're trying to hoover you and you're not coming back. Why do you think they're trying to hoover you? Because these thoughts are playing over and over and over again in their head, and they're being attacked mentally and spiritually for not finishing their fucking job. Don't let these folks break you. Remember who you are. That is the key. One of the key factors in defeating this shit. Remember who you are. Remember who gave you the essence of who you are. And that will lead you to where you're supposed to be. Man, y'all make sure y'all take a second right now and like the video. Please hit like. Boom. Right there. That's quick. Boom. Ain't take you no work. You ain't have to break a sweat. You ain't have to do nothing. Just hit the like button for me so this message can get out, because there are probably millions of people who need this message, and I would like to reach them. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate all the support. If y'all want to donate to the channel, feel free. The link is in the description. If you need a one-on-one, feel free. The link is in the description. Again, if y'all join Patreon, it's a monthly subscription and it's not expensive at all. It gives you a lifetime of half-off sessions. So I know a lot of y'all might not be able to afford the sessions or whatever. This right here will give you half off of a lifetime of sessions. Also, y'all make sure y'all go check out my new single, Superstition. It is here on the channel, and it's also available on all streaming platforms. It features a voicemail of my ex-narc trying to hoover me, and I'm not going for it. So I appreciate everybody who's been tuning in with that. I appreciate the support on the channel. I appreciate the engagement, and new channel members, welcome to the family. And those of y'all who've been riding, y'all welcome back. Another day, another way. You ain't gotta listen, but I know you heard me.